this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to prop. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed it up for parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and no, boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe. Nigga, gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to wrong with step. I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent. I got it. Let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no loss. Ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with you. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell them we can't keep it slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high. Got your baby pass through the fire. Ask you the prophets. That baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Plus your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up, serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
Okay, shalom, everybody. Right, this is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Right in Harlem, New York, right where we are right now. Right. Couple things we'll go over today. Also want to cover some questions. Right. My partners are the question, right?
This okay. I don't know if it lands on sort of how the approach in that verse in Daniel, the 3rd chapter. Okay. Is, I believe, might be 24th, 25th verse. I'm trying to think.
Daniel, the 3rd and 24th chapter, 3rd chapter, 24th verse, right? Around there, right? Okay. And what do you want from me?
The question is on the premise. I understand that it says the angel. I mean, when they're thrown into the furnace, by Nebuchadnezzar, the 3 brothers, the 4 figures comes out, right?
Right.
So that 4 figures, there's someone to like the Son of Man. So I would want to see like if that being an angel or Yahweh, how would it say in the Hebrew that? You know what I'm saying? To my perception, I thought it was Yahweh.
Okay, I believe. Okay, so let's read it, right? Mm-hmm. That was the angel. That was an angel protecting them from fire in there. I believe, right? If you want to read it, I mean, you could read it.
Yeah.
Start at 23, Baba Shah. Daniel chapter 3. It's not at 23, right? Take it. Oh, you got it? Okay, go ahead, Ashawn.
Daniel 3:23. And these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Verse 24. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished and rose up in haste and spake and said unto his counselors, did not we cast these three men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, true, O king. 25. He answered and said, lo, I see four men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt. And the form of the fourth is like the Son of God.
Right. Okay. So let me go. So you want to check it out in the Hebrew, right?
No, it's like it because it also says the Son of God. So I know it could be the angels, but the Son of Man, that's what me on.
Okay, well, let's see what it says. Right? What verse is that says the Son of God?
Verse 25.
Okay, so we're in Daniel's chapter 3, verse 25. Okay. Okay, so I got on my interlinear here. Oh, you got it up there. Oh, you got it up there. So we can see on the interlinear up there, right? Share it. Publisher, please share it so you can see, right? Okay. Good. Make it big. There you go, right? So in that last sentence right there is where you will see the part where it says the sons of God, right? Can you read those last two parts right there, right to the end?
From his life.
Mm-hmm. Just from, if you want to read the whole sentence, you can. You know what I mean?
Ayafya, Bawan, Warawa, Daya.
Okay, hold on. Let me catch up with you, right? Okay, so this is in the book of Daniel. You're gonna see some spelling that's out of place because there's a heathen influence on the Hebrew here. All right. Okay. Like at the very end where it says bar. The bar, that bar means was supposed to be flesh. Right? But I know that's the word they use for son in these part of the books. Right? Even in the New Testament where it says Bartholomew, that bar is the same bar, right? To say son of somebody. Right? Okay. Where are you reading from again? Just put the mouse from wherever you're reading from.
Form of the fourth. So,
Uh-huh.
Daya.
Right. So that daya is not. We wouldn't say that in Hebrew. We wouldn't say daya. Yeah. We'll say like mayan, or man, or ma'ayin. All right. Keep reading. Rabbi, we would say Arabi. We put an R on the front of that. All right? Keep going.
Dama, Labar, Alahai.
Dam and Dama to us is blood. But in this dialect, wherever Daniel was at, is not the case, all right? And then it says Labar to say is like to son, and it says Alahayan, right? Which is not our spelling of Alahayam. All right? So the Alahayam is to say angel, right? The powers, you know what I mean? The powers, the things that run the earth under the Most High, right? So that's what that is. You know what I mean? God. A lot of times we see God in the scriptures in the Old Testament. A lot of times, you know, if it's small g, big G, O-D, usually it's angels. Usually the word is Alahayim. You know what I mean? And then you got the part where it says the Lord's name. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is the angels there, right? Okay.
Would it help for an example like this to notice context things like this was Nebuchadnezzar talk. So all he would see was he wouldn't even know what he was seeing, right? He would just see something that looked impressive.
Yeah, he sees something. If he sees something that I gotta think about how a heathen today would think. And heathen today would say, "There's a UFO down there." Right. You know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? Or if he's religious, he'll say, I saw an angel down there. You know what I mean? Or he could say, I saw a terrible demonic thing. He might call it that if he looks scary. He got 4 heads and wings, and he's on fire. He's down there. He got horns on his head. He'll say, He'll say, who knows what he would say? He said, I saw the Baphomet down there. You know, whatever he's thinking in his religion. So I don't know what religion Nebuchadnezzar is in. You know what I mean? But things like that might play a part, might, maybe not, right? But the scripture is saying that, he saw, a son of one of the powers down here, all right? Yeah, all right? Good. On the greeting, right, we have Yahweh. Yahweh, Bahashim, Shem. Shem means name, right? Name. Okay. Yahweh Shai is the Hebrew way to say Jesus, right? This part right here is Yah means he. Yahweh Shai means deliverer, right? The word deliver in itself will be Yashai, right? Barak means blessed. We go over this every week. The word blessed in Hebrew, Barak, came from the word knees. The same word for knees, right? You, in the formal sense, this is the formal sense, right? Is Athar, right? And of course, we got God's name that's up here that we just said, right? God's name. That's the name. That's the name of God right there, right? Good. We have any questions online, right? No question yet. I put a post earlier for the covering of this class. I want to build up certain things, in the class we can get to, and then we'll get to the thing that everyone always asks: what is General Mahayaman'S name? How do we break that down? How do we understand it? All right. His name is compounded out of tenses and a root word as usual, right? Just like all names, right? Okay. Captain Mashat was nasty Nate in the Hebrew. Right. Okay. Officer Adanya wants the relationship of the name of Judah and Judas. I have to know what that means. Okay. So that one's easy. Judas, right? When you see Judas, right? This us is just the way they form sentences in the Greek sense, right? In the Greek, they always put an AS at the end or US, right? There's a book called the book of Josephus. If you can grab me that book, Josephus there right quick, right? Or if you're busy, Matazapa is an official brother in school, right? You are free to also grab a book, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, but I try y'all. Let him grab. Oh, no, do you know how to navigate the book? But I can. Do you know how to, get around in the book?
Let me see that. I don't go by check. Well, it's what book? What week was that?
Okay, so you're gonna look for the part that says Antiquity of the Jews, right? So come over here right quick, Professor. Come over here with me, right? Let me get to my notes. The part of the Josephus that says this thing. Okay. I gotta go to my notes. I got plenty of notes. Got too many. All right. See if I can get my notes. This is part here. Okay, Antiquity of the Jews, right? Let's make sure the beginning is the same. Good. I wanted the part where it talks about Noah. But then they started to change the name of Noah over here too. There we go. Okay, here we go. So this is chapter 6 of hold on. There we go. So here it says page 473. That's not going to be the same case as that over there. Right? Every nation was denominated from their first inhabitants. All right. So let me see here. So this is chapter 10. We're going to go closer down to 1. If you can find 1 and 6. Let me see the title over here. There it is right here. And then we're going to want paragraph. Hold on. Okay, the paragraph 1. All right, paragraph 1. Right. It's to the end of paragraph 1. See paragraph 1? This is paragraph 1 right here. It's the end of paragraph 1. So you can start from right here, which is language, right? Okay, so start from Septimus, all right? And we can read it as we go down, all right? Septimus. So the question was, what's the difference between Judas and Judah? So we're reading the book of Josephus, right? Antiquities of the Jews, as the book has different sections in there. One part is the Antiquities of the Jews. The other part is the War of the Jews, and focuses on the time of the Maccabean and New Testament times, right? And this is book 1, paragraph 6. Slug book 1, chapter 6, paragraph 1. All right, go ahead. Book 1, chapter 6, paragraph 1. Go ahead.
128. Septimus possessed the island of Septimia. It is now called Cyprus.
It's now called what?
Cyprus.
Cyprus. Okay, Cyprus. Okay, cool. So now we're talking about Cyprus. Go ahead.
And from that is that whole island.
Islands. Okay.
And the greatest part of the seacoast, and named Seth by the Hebrews.
How's the spelling of that one?
Seth.
Okay, good. So here is Sethim, right? We have an island called Sethim. The Hebrews call it Sethim, right? And this place that we're talking about is what you look on the map right now today, and they call it Cyprus today, right? But it says that the Greeks, as Flavius Josephus, which is probably Flav Joseph, right? But the flavor of Joseph, right? Right. His name is Flavius Josephus, right? He said he knows the name to be like this, from Septim to Septimus. Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
In one city, that there is. In one city, there is Cyprus that has been able to preserve its domination.
The domination or denomination?
Oh, denomination.
Denomination. Okay, go ahead.
It is called Citius.
Spell that word.
Citius is Citius.
Okay.
By those who use the language of the Greeks.
By those who use the language of the Greeks. Keep going.
And has not by the use of that dialect.
Okay, good.
Escaped the name of Scythian.
Okay, so let me see that word again. All right, so we got this is the same word, right? So this is okay, but this is another place called Scythia. City. All right, so you do that is the name, escape the name of Scythia. Okay, good. Keep going.
And so many nations have children and grandchildren of Japhet possessed.
Keep going.
Now, when I have permissed somewhat, which perhaps the Greeks do not, I will return.
Hold on. All that you can share that too, right? Anything you want to show Cyprus on there, you want to show the Google Maps, anything you want to do, just put it on the board. Then make this nice, make it a documentary. I mean, put your all into what you do. You know what I mean? Yeah, make it a movie.
So what this is saying is that Kittim or Sidon was a certain town on the east coast of Cyprus, and based on that town, we call the whole area, the whole island, and then even the whole area, Kittim.
I believe that's the name for it now. Or that's the name for it in the Bible, as a matter of fact. That's Cyprus. You go in the book of Josephus, on the book of the Strong's Pictorial Dictionary, and they'll say that Kittim spelled like that is Cyprus, right? That's the same Kittim that's spelled differently in the Josephus with a C, right? Okay, and that's the map right there, right? If you want to put it on the map, feel free to. I saw y'all around. Zoom in, do whatever you want to do, right? Keep reading, Partizan.
I will return and explain what I have emanated. For such names are pronounced here after the manner of the Greeks.
So these names that the Hebrews will call one thing, after the manner of the Greeks, they call something else when you get into the manner of the Greeks. Keep reading.
To please my readers for our country language.
So he says to please his readers for his country's language. In other words, David Josephus made a book that he knows will go outside of the country that he's from. He's trying to explain to him why these names are like this. All right, go ahead.
Does not pronounce them, but the names in all cases are one of the same ending. For the name we were pronounced noise.
Think that's it. All right, so hold on. Okay, hold on. For such names are pronounced here after the manner of the Greeks, to please my readers, which is what we just said, for our own country's language does not so pronounce them. Right? So he's saying where he's from, they pronounce all names in a certain way, right? But the names in all cases are of one and the same ending. And it's the ending where they add in these US's on things. Right. All right. Okay, good. Keep reading. For the name we have pronounced Noah. So the book of Josephus wrote Noah, right? And no, spell it Noe. Noeas. So they spell Noah like that, and I like to say Noah. Okay. Any more there? Okay. Go ahead.
Is there Noah?
Is there Noah? Okay. Go ahead.
And in every case retains the same termination.
And in every case retains, meaning they hold on to the same termination. Termination means the end. They all hold the same end. All right? They hold the same end on Noah to turn to Noah. And the same thing from Judah. Right? Judah, you read it big so everyone can see. Judah, right? To Judas. All right, so hopefully that explains the name from Judah to Judas. In the Greek, remember we were in captivity of the Greeks. So we read in the New Testament, right? All words in that era there when the New Testament was written, David Josephus was born out of that era coming up. Okay? So they wrote Noah as Noah, right? Judah, Judas, right? Ketim, Ketimus, all right? Go ahead, actually.
Oh, I was just gonna say like that would be the same for like Jeremiah's, Isaiah's.
Yes.
All these.
That's a very important point, right? In the New Testament, you're gonna see Christ say Isaiah, and that is just Isaiah. All right, I'm spinning the room. So what? This part is all right. Good job, right?
I have a question. Yeah. Also, is that exactly where they get saying, let's say, for example, Hosea's, but it's, like the book of Hosea's.
Yeah,
Like
Hosea. That's the reason why they say Hosea's name is the same as Isaiah, the same as Joshua, the same as Yahushua, because of those things are what you call transliteration. Right? It's very similar to how we say Yahweh, and then transliteration years later on in the English, it's now Yahweh. You hear Yahweh, right? Yahweh, right? And then they turn that into, and then somewhere down there, this also became Jehovah, right? Jehovah, right? That's something that they call transliteration. Let's get the definition of transliteration. That's a very important thing, right? Even a lot of Christians would like to say that Yahweh is not God's name, because when they look it up, they saw 4 letters for God's name. This, which is Yah, Ha, Wah, and the Ha, right? And I say God's name was 4 letters. How did you get a 7-letter name? Because when they break it down, according to the manner of the Englishman, they calculate that this Y, this Yah is Y. Y, and we got a H, and we got a W, and then we got a H. And then the oppressor goes to call this a tetragrammaton, tetragrammaton, right? I believe tetra is supposed to mean 4, right? But we got 4 here. So tetra is supposed to be 4. Grammar, the same way as grammar in English, and you got grammar, right? Grammar, right? Check out what grammar means again. Someone check out what grammar means, right? Well, I know that ton over here means sound, right? Sound. I think that grammar might mean letter, 4-letter sound, right? Not grammar like English. We'll take up the R at the end of that. It's the grammar from the Greek, because this is all Greek. I mean, because the Greek man is still in charge. That's why we gotta be concerned about the Greek. We gotta be concerned about words like tetragrammaton and scoliosis. If you know someone that got scoliosis, those are all Greek terms, all right? Skeleton is all Greek words, all right? Television is Greek words, right? Okay. Well, that might be Latin. I believe that might be Latin, right? But the Latin was born out of the Greek. Okay. Go ahead.
So letter, grammar is letter. So 4 tetragrammaton letter time word.
Okay, so grammar is letter. Grammar is how they say letter. Okay, good. So grammar is letter. So let me take grammar, because I can't prove the relation between grammar and grammar right now. Right? But grammar is the same letter. 4-letter sound. Tetragrammaton, that's what the heathen call God's name. In the side, people who are in the science and stuff like that, right? And Christians do the same thing. Right? Good, right? What else? Yeah.
The etymology of grammar is that it came from the Greek word, meant the art of letters.
Grammar came from the art of letters.
So this
Is it similar to this? Okay. Say it again. Read the letters out.
This Greek word right here, grammatike.
Okay.
The art of letters.
Okay. So grammar. So the word grammar. That's good to know. I mean, let me write on the board too, just in case. I mean, but we are learning Hebrew grammar in here. You know what I mean? So here's what the person said about his own language, right? Let me raise these on the board right quick. Oh, that ba means in, and the ha means the, right? Ba, ha, shim, in the name, all right? So you can't never cover that, right? Grammar in itself. Right? This is not Hebrew, but I find this is good to know. This is good to know to understand how these people work, because these are the people that translating our stuff. Right? So grammar comes from grammar. Is my pen okay? I'll be writing it to y'all.
It's 12 on the screen.
12 on the screen. Okay. So don't change no color here, right? Ma, 2 M's. Ra, ma, T, K, right? Like that. E with an accent, right? Okay. Grammatic. And then they say that this means letter, and art. So this is the art of letters. What's the English definition for grammar, if I may?
The whole system and structure of a language.
Say it again. That's allowed too.
The whole system and structure of a language.
The whole system and structure of a language. Right? Good. That is key. That's what we want in here. We don't necessarily want to just say English words and give a translation from Hebrew after the manner of the English system. We want to go back to our old system, right? Of writing, reading, right? Keep reading. The whole system and manner of a language, read.
Usually taken as consisting of syntax and morphology.
Usually consisting of what?
Syntax and morphology.
Syntax. Then we got more words to look into now. Now we got to look at what is syntax. Syntax, because this is our topic. This is our element. You know what I mean? So we got syntax, and then we got morphology. Morphology. And still up here. I don't mean to be hounding down on the Greek like this, but this is how I study in all things. This is what I do in Hebrew. I see a Hebrew word. I see Bunyamin, my tribe, right? And I'm figuring out what is a Bunyamin. I go in the book of Strong's Concordance. It said, of course, Benjamin. And it breaks down the name of Benjamin. It gives you a scripture. You go to the scripture, and it says, the son of the right hand, the name of Paul is called Benjamin. The mother's name. And of course, the Most High told the father, that ain't the name. I ain't feeling that name. Give him another name. And the Lord gave the son Benjamin, son of the right hand, right? Okay? And then we got to break down what is that. What is son in Hebrew? What is of in Hebrew? What is right in Hebrew? What is hand in Hebrew? Okay? And then break it down. The word Bunyamin is based off of the words son and right. The word hand is not in there. The word for of is not in there, right? To give us the manner of our language. So when we make names in Hebrew now, we have to look for the manner of how our names are formed, right? And stay within our own mannerism rather than what we think is right or whatever we just moving around, right? Okay, good. Keep going. Morphology. We got morphology. All right.
So syntax is the way the sentence is structured.
Put it on the board.
And morphology is
what we got on the board right now? We got morphology.
We got morphology.
So put morphology up there. Okay. Okay. Nice and big. Zoom in on that too. Oh, I'm talking about just go to the regular page where it was on, and then put zoom in on there just so the writing is bigger. We gotta go to Wikipedia. Let's go to Google. Let's go to AI. What's they saying up there on top of Google there? There we go. Let me get that right there. All right.
This is a different type of morphology.
It's just okay. I got you. Okay. Merriam-Webster, or okay, they don't provide in a different kind of morphology, right?
Yes.
The second definition is 2A.
Study and description of word formation.
A study and description of word formation. That's our specialty in here. Word formation. How to form the word mirror. Ma, ra'ah in the Hebrew. Ra'ah, see. Ma, of, see. Of something that you see. Mirror. Mara'ah. Right? We do it all the time. Shamayam. Sha meaning pertaining to. Mayam meaning water. What is mayam? Ma, yam. Ma meaning of, yam meaning sea. This is water is from the sea. Right? Same thing we do every week. All right? Good. Such as inflection, derivation to mean what is the root word, what is the word derived from, and compoundings in the language. All these rules are from Hebrew. They're from the Hebrew culture, and every other culture has adapted it. And I don't know how they adapted it, but I would like to say that the Hebrews went to those countries and developed those languages, because that's what Hetris Ariel said. Right. Hetris Ariel said when we went to captivity, we went to all countries and set up their language. So they would have some basic way that they talk, and then we would apply our, the way how we always
Syntax and morphology.
Let's go to syntax. Right, so now we're in the Merriam-Webster, we're sharing this, right? And we got syntax. Okay, which one belongs to us? Oh, there we go. 1A. Read it nice and loud, Asha.
The way in which linguistic elements such as words are put together to form constituents such as phrases or clauses.
There we go. The way in which linguistic elements. So we have our linguistic elements. We always say the root word, prepositions, possessives, so on and so forth. All right? Good. All right? Okay. Such as words are put together to form constituents, such as phrases and clauses. Let me put the word constituent in there right quick. That constituent to me is a political word. I'm not recognizing it in this sense, Slavian, right? Constituents, all right? Good.
An essential part.
An essential part. Okay, good. No sweat, right? So syntax is, one time I shot.
The structure of sentence. The way in which linguistic elements are put together to form phrases and clauses.
So right, so we got the linguistic element. Right? And by linguistic, they just mean language, right? I know fancy English. I know IUIT loves the fact that the fancy, the gay language. You know what I mean? He just love all of that. Right? You know what I mean? Hebrew wasn't that sophisticated. Maybe that's why they don't like Hebrew. Hebrew was such an unsophisticated language. Right? You go to a Hebrew court, it's very simple to know what's going on. You're being put to death or you're not. You go to court over here, they talk about the motions and habeas corpus and blah 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 blah. The affidavit, and you up there wondering like, I ain't know none of this in PS 57, PS 569. You have none of this stuff in PS. You know what I mean? They don't teach this in 8 trade crips. I don't know what an affidavit is. You know what I mean? No problem, right? Morphology. We got the keyword morph. Go back to morphology one more time. Okay. And it says the study and description of word formation. So morphology is how the word is morphed, right? Or how the word is formed. So this is for how word formed, right? Do you want the proper English sentence? How I'm gonna put how the word is, It's how I study, straight to the point. How the word is formed. Okay, good. Syntax is language element. Oh, this one is the language element. Give me another part of the language element again with the syntax on time, just so we can retain it.
How it's structured into clauses.
Okay.
The way in which linguistic elements are put together to form constituents such as phrases or clauses.
Okay, good. How language elements are put together. Okay, good. So this is how the language, the different parts. So we put language of essential parts are put together. Let's do that, right? Essential parts. Essential parts are put together. Essential, right? But this is our language. In our language, it's how the elements referring to the constituents, right? Which are the essential parts. How the essential parts are put together, right? Good. Syntax, and that goes along with syntax, right? Syntax, that's saying like like synchronization, how everything comes together, right? How everything works together, right? Good. Okay. Okay. Let's look up nasty Nate. All right. Got the shot one. Nasty Nate. Let's look up the word for nasty. Let's see if a word comes up. What would that be? I can imagine it's unclean or something. Right? Lascivious or something. Let's put nasty in there. I'll put nasty in the Google search. Nasty KJV. Filthy. There we go. Okay. We're about to get filthy Nate. Okay. Okay. I'm leaving Judas on the board because that brother sold out the truth. I mean, that brother works for the government. How do we know he works for the government? Because the COINTELPRO says they would like to create something or have a program to stop a black Messiah. The Hebrew Israelites coming up was bringing black people together. How do they do that? They go create a counter group, right, to counter the effect of the first group. And everyone will say these groups are just like the ISUPK, except they cater to women. And they remove the Hebrew because Hebrew is hard to learn if you speak English. That's how Spanish is hard to learn if you speak English. You see what I'm saying? Why would you cater to women? Because more people will go there. How do you cater to women? By being just like how you were before, Christian. I said it's easy to create that group. And that group is to counter the first group. All right? That's how you know it's a government plan. Because any man from the government would want to do that. Okay? Good. So we got filthy in the Bible. We got Zephaniah 3:1. So we got filthy in the Old Testament, right? Filthy. I want the one with the concordance codes on it. There we go. Okay. All right. We got 444, 444. This one over here says 5708. This one says 4754, 6674, 6674. Zechariah. 444, right?
444, 475, 45, 708, 667.
Okay. I want the one that is more like in thought to the one that we're thinking. Okay, one says, oh, that's the same one. Hold on. Which one comes in the most times?
6674 comes up twice, both in the phrase filthy garments.
Okay.
5708 is it's like a menstruation rag.
Yeah, so that's not really the word filthy. It's to say until clothes is dirty. Zephaniah 3:1 says 4754. That one's too similar to the word we learned in as mirror. I don't want to use that. Right? It has the idea of maltreating to whip. Okay, so not that one. So it's probably the first one, right? 444, right? This one is taza'ah, which means something that you throw out. I like that one too. Taza'ah, because taza'ah originally means out. All right, and it's saying something that's soiled, or it says doodle. as if excremented, as if excrementitious, like excrement, excretion.
Which one is it?
That's 6674. It's the one in Zechariah chapter 3, verse 4. Right? Trying to see the other scripture that it was in. It says he used twice. Filthy garment. All right. Taza, I don't know. Okay. We got one. We got one. We got Allah. Allah. Right? But I want to get the right wording for this so our English minds can retain it. Right? This one technically means corrupt. Right? Corrupt. Okay? To become filthy, right? And then the other one, this one is, I don't see how it's written in the verse. Like, I can't just go by. They give us two words, and we get confused on two words, right? So we're going to go to Zechariah in the interlinear. Zechariah 3, verse 4. Okay. We go right here. Ha Tazayam. Okay, so it's saying Tazaa. I want the other one where it said that. Okay, so we say go to verse 3. Let's see verse 3. Taza wa'a. Labash, which is their clothing, right? Bagad, which is your garment. Taza wa'a yam. Okay, so I don't want to get us confused with Taza'a. Taza'a means out. Let me write it on the board just so you know. Ta-za-a. It means out. Out could be outside. He went out, he left. Right? He left meaning he's out. The black people have black people talk. Yeah. Where shall I y'all? He out. Right? That's Taza'a. Right? Tazawa'a. Right? Tazawa'a. Is to say, in this case, it's to say filthy. Okay? Filthy. Corrupt is good too, because that's what that is. That is a perverse version of something that already exists. Meaning the only reason for it to exist is to counteract something that already exists. Another thing that was made to counteract something that already exists was the Israelite Summit. The Israelite Summit was an evil thing that brothers came up with to have a major council that was not conducted with the inclusion of the ISUPK. That's how that thing was formed. The thing was formed by not inviting Commander Gihanna. As of course, when it first was formed, Commander Gihanna was always asked, "Where was my invite?" That's what he said. I mean, and then of course, a lot of us who were young brothers before we came into the school, we would watch all these Israelite groups, so we didn't know the difference. So we watch all these Israelite groups. We find out we Israelites. We watch all of them. We don't know which one to join. We watch the summit, and what are they in there saying? Where is the ISUPK? They're not saying where is AOC or where is all the popular ones that you know and love. They're not saying where is all of them. They're saying where is the ISUPK? Because the goal is always to throw jabs at the ISUPK, and UPK didn't get no invite. Now online, they're gonna act like, yes, we're inviting you, young member of the ISUPK, but they're not inviting Commander Gihanna, who has the charge of the young men. You see what I'm saying? It's to violate the order. So yeah, we invited the ISUPK. See, we sent trooper. Silly. It's just childish stuff. It's the same stuff that they was doing that made the Lord kick them out of the school. You know, backbiting, going behind your back. You know what I mean? You know, gossiping behind, you know, being a whisperer, but not going by the rightful order, not going by the right way. Okay? Good. Okay. So we got a lot. Let me call Captain Mashot right now. Yeah, what's going on? What's going on?
Daniel's son Judah said, "Damn, that's dirty as hell, yo."
Who is that? Who is that? Daniel, son of Judah. Okay, big up to Daniel. Big up to Daniel, son of Judah. Right? Yeah, you know what I mean? Let me call Captain Mashot right now. And, you know, he asked a question. I'm not going to disobey him. You know what I mean? Make sure I get him right. You know what I mean? He's going to be like, damn, I didn't know y'all was serious like that. But, you know, that order came on from up down. You know what I mean? Hopefully he ain't in class right now himself. See. Sure, so don't crash. I mean to bother you, sir. We in Hebrew class right now, and I'm fulfilling your order and getting the word for nasty. Nasty name. I know you're joking, but I don't know if it's a joke. You know, you're gonna check me and say I wasn't joking. I you know. But now we got one word, sir. Alak. These are the words that came up. Alak to mean corrupt, and we got Hazawa'a to say something that you throw out of your house like doo-doo. You know what I mean? So I don't know which one you want. The thing you throw out the house, the filthy thing you throw out the house, or the guy that's filthy because he's corrupt. The corrupt one. That's right. Double count. Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, 'cause he's a nasty piece of work right there.
Very corrupt and corrupted the truth and not the truth, but he made an attempt to corrupt the truth and what the thing that we stand for.
Well, he is corrupting the truth because people who see that would think that's the truth.
Right.
So he corrupting it. He had to come and clean that whole thing up, and he himself is a corrupt man. He's not even a man. He's not a manly man. He himself in his own manhood. His manhood is corrupted. Just him being a person, him being a man, that alone is corrupted. Much more what he did in terms of corrupting the truth or the image of the truth. So, you know, I think that's that sounds good to me. You know, what do you think?
I'm with you on that, sir. Perfect, sir.
Most I agree, sir.
For sure. Clap it up for Captain Mashot, right? Yeah, you're not gonna clap right now. Yeah, let's get to the shot, y'all. He lying on class, y'all. You know what I mean? No sweat, so you know what I mean? Unless you know at the beginning of class, at the beginning of phone call, so you know what I mean? You're in class right now. You know what I mean? No sweat, sir. You know what I mean?
I feel it, bro. That's too wild. That's strong.
I appreciate the call, sir. Well, I called you, but I appreciate you answering and helping us out, sir. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, brother. Anytime.
For sure. So I'm gonna let you go, sir.
All right.
Sure. God. Okay, good. So there we go. When two or more gathered in my name, there I am. Allah. That's what Captain Mashot said. He wanted the more of that nasty thing. Him. That nasty purple's a nasty color. I don't it's a nasty color. You know, just go look at any person's painting or art form or cartoon or movie, and they want to describe something nasty and filthy. It's usually purple. You know what I mean? What are you saying?
Brothers in school, they can rock some excellent purple.
I'm not talking about that. I'm wearing a purple belt right now. My purple is fly. It looks like I got more money than you, even though I don't. You know what I mean? But their purple is that nasty, filthy, corrupt, alternative purple. All right, good. Their purple is the one on the LGBT flag with the spirit of the LGBT. Okay, it's cool. All right, good. So we got alak, which is corrupt. Okay. And then we got Nate. Let's get something short for Nate. Okay. Right. We got Nathaniel. Right. We got alak is corrupt. So we got that. And then we need alak something. Right. Nathaniel's name in the Hebrew is Nathan Ya'ala. Right? I guess you could keep the name the same because in the scriptures when there was a guy, whoever it was, Pontius Pilate or Judas, his name was the same in Hebrew, So we could say alak Nathan Ya'ala. Right? Or I missed out the N out of his name. Not like it's even important, because not, this ain't nobody important. People think he's important, but he's not important. Okay? All right? Short for Nathaniel is always Nathan. Nathan's hot dog. You know what I mean? Like Nathan, the corrupt. Nathan means give, the corrupt giver. You know what I mean? He dishes it out. You know what I mean? So there we go. Alak, Nathan. Filthy, corrupt. Filthy Nate, nasty Nate, so on and so forth. All right? Good. Okay? Now I want to get to something in between to buffer this guy and his reputation, from righteous men. Right? So I don't want to put them together. What can we go over that can buff it between such a filthy, corrupt thing before we get into the name of holy men? All right? Let's get the alphabet. What's your Qatazar saying? What's Daniel saying?
Daniel followed up what he said. He said, that's why I sat back for a year and watched all these camps to find a legit one. Thank God the Most High led me to ISUPK. I'm so grateful.
Get the Most High. Well, give me 1 Timothy 4:1. Okay? Let's get the colors. Let's get some colors on the board. Don't ask me over some colors. Okay. Right quick. I want to run over the alphabet right quick also. All right, I'll start. We're going to rank order, right? Abagada Hawaza Ha Tayaka Zahir. Abagada Hawaza Ha Tayaka Lamanasa I Pataza Quarasha Sa. Right? Good. I saw you. Nice and loud.
Abagada hawaza ha tayakamana sa I pataza parashata.
My pastors are you okay? You feel up to it? The spirit. Okay, go ahead, man.
Abagada ha za wa ha ta ya ka la ma na sa I pa za.
Qua. I pataza. Qua.
Ra cha fa.
One more time. Yeah, you messed up. You messed up. But I understood what was going on. Crazy dialect. So one more time again.
Ba ga da ha wa za ha ta
Ta.
oh ta ya ka la ma na sa, that is za pa da.
Start again from la. La, ma,
na za
sa.
sa.
It's okay.
Qua ra sha fa.
Give him a hand. Yo, Daniel, man, we ain't Connecticut yet, man. None of you take too far, man. You know what I mean? My mom used to live in Stanford up until a couple of months ago. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, we know all of Connecticut, man. You know, my mom, before Stanford, my mom used to live in Bridgeport. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? One time we was gonna move to Hartford. As a matter of fact, she lived in Hartford when she kicked me out of the house when I was a young trooper too, and kicked me out of the house, man. You know, my mom in the school today though. She kicked me out of the house and then she came in the school. You know what I mean? Give my mom a hand, man. Give her the armor, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? By the way, so you get father. Father is Abba. Abba, let me write it properly. Right? Abba. Abba, right? And why do I say that? I don't say that I don't know where malice, but I say that out of love. Because what I went through, a lot of brothers go through it with their parents, and you don't see your parent come into the truth. But after she kicked you out, or whatever discourse you may have had with your parents, you've never followed up to bring them into the truth. And I followed up with my mom. You know what I mean? I left my mom alone. I ain't talked to her for almost it was not 4 years, but it was going to a year. I think it was straight 8 months. My mom said she ain't talk to me, she want nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? And I moved out, moved to Long Island, and moved to a place called Hempstead. And I left my mom's crib. I was living in the Bronx. The partners I knew I was living in the Bronx at the time. You know what I mean? And then it was probably like September, October, November, around that time.
Right.
And then she called me again. She called me back around like June, July. I don't know how much months that is, from October to June, July. It might have been June, right? So June is the 6th month, right? January, February, March, April, May, June, right? And October, November, December. That's about 9 months. 9 months, yeah, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then, of course, came back together again. But of course, the curses kick the butts of the 12 tribes. And then you got to point it out to your mother that God is in control of all things. The earth is his footstool. He runs this place. And if they're on top and they don't got the worries that we got, but we got these worries and we can escape these worries, that light will never, no Negro keeper with no light bill. Why is that? And it stresses you out. You think it was priority number 5 on all of your things to do. You know what I mean? That light bill kicks your behind, and the optimum cable vision. You know what I mean? Tear you up. But you do find the money to go to TGI Fridays and Red Lobster. You find the money to go to Red Lobster. You get the shrimp scampi or whatever the appetizer. Come on, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. You find the money for the Christmas. You know what I mean? Christians out there, you find the money for the weeds, but then you behind on your light bill and you behind on your cable bill. You know what I mean? You got money for addiction. You know what I mean? But you don't got the money for the thing that you know is gonna stress you out, that you want to get rid of. Okay. Fine. I wrote it wrong over here. Right? My mother. Okay. Ma. Right? Ma. Okay, good. Father, mother. And by the way, what's the law of honoring your parents? Who knows the law of honoring your parents? The law in the Exodus 20. Honor your what? Honor your father. Honor your. There you go. Yeah. Father and mother. The order is the father and the mother. You know what I mean? But it's normal. That's a New York thing. Right. You know what I mean? But I have to make sure that I said it to you so you can catch someone else. All right? God. Don't worry, after me too. I got called out one time. I said mother and father. And then captain the call went to the law. The Wednesday class with the law. And he says, read it. Let's get it.
Exodus 20 and verse 12.
Exodus 20 and 12. There you go.
Honor thy father and thy mother.
There you go. Where you at? Exodus 20
and 12.
Exodus 20 and 12. Okay, good. Okay. Now the word here for honor, right? The word here for honor. Honor. Right? In America, we spell it without the U. Honor in the Hebrew is kabod. Right? And this word right here, honor now, but this word initially, at first, was the word to say heavy. And then when I say that's heavy, I'm talking about the way our black people talk, they heavy. Yeah, that's heavy. You know what I mean? Meaning that is a glorious thing. That is an honorable thing. You did that what you did. Say, you brother, you rode heavy. You know what I mean? Okay. So that word heavy, in turn, became the word for glory. This is the same word for glory. Right? Which is the word for honor. Kabod is the word for honor. Okay? Kabod is the word for honor. Right? Honor your father. And read it again. Sure.
Honor thy father and thy mother.
Okay, there you go. Honor thy father and thy mother. We go in the interlinear. Or put up the interlinear on the board, on there. Right? Exodus 20 and 12. Right? Okay. It's gonna have the off there too. Very, very key thing. You wanna understand Hebrew, you gotta understand what this off is. Right? This off means to apply the verb. So of course it says honor, which in this case is being used as a verb. It's not being used as a noun. Something that's heavy is noun. But no, something that's heavy is an adjective. Right? It's describing something, right? Okay. But this honor right here is being used as a verb. This is something you do. And you're applying this verb to one, father, and two, mother. Right? Okay? Right there. Right? Kabad, Ach, Abba, Yakar. Right? Abba, Yakar. So, of course, at the end of the word, you'll see Ka, K-A. Right? And this would mean to say your. We call this a possessive. I love to run over it, I love to run over it, but I find when I run over the possessives every single week, we don't run over other key things. Right? So I saw y'all up over Shaw. Next time, you know what to do. You know what I mean? God. Say if you're brothers out here and y'all taking turns what it is, brothers can run over the possessive. Let's run over the possessive right quick. Let's run a test right quick. How do I say my? My in Hebrew as a possessive. Don't worry. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. Good. Name me any possessive that you know. There's a fly over there. Don't let it fly. That fly did not get searched. Go ahead, brother.
Because Yah, so Yah is at the end that is he.
Yah at the beginning is he. That's good. Oh. Yah at the beginning is he. Oh. You know what I mean? Yah at the end. My. Oh, yeah. Good. Ka at the beginning. What's ka at the beginning? Ka at the beginning of a word is like. Good. Ka at the end of a word. Possessive. Ka at the end of a word is your. Good. All right. What about wa at the beginning of a word? Wa at the beginning of a word. And. Good. Wa at the end of a word. Huh? Your. No, not your. What Wa, not ka, stuck it. Wa, maybe if I said it back. Wa at the end of a word. Close. Nawa is our. Right?
What at the end is in?
Say it again.
In.
In?
Is it in?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
It's yours. Say yours first.
But it's not yours.
It's not yours.
Wa at the end of the word is, he was close when he said equal. He said in, but it. It. But only say it because it means he or his. Right? The same way you say ya at the beginning. I don't want to confuse nobody. Okay. Wa at the end of the word means him. His, him. All right? I don't want to confuse nobody. But I'll say, can I say, okay, in the Hebrew, I'll write on the board. I don't want no one to get confused. I know how the mind works. I'm going to just put this on the board, right? Good. Take it or leave it. All right? Just write it down. Don't get too caught up on it, right? But this is the rule in Hebrew, right? Good. Wa at the end of a word means him. Okay? Good. If we see ya at the beginning of the word, it means he. All right? In the formal sense, you have a word, the formal way to say he is hawa'a. Okay? The formal way to say she is haya'a. Okay? No set. Okay? Mapataza.
Remember, you said it's, I believe it's kama how.
Oh yeah. Ka. That ka is not this ka.
No.
Right, but see, that ka is at the beginning of the word.
Ka.
And ka at the beginning of a word means ka. K-A. At the beginning of a word means like.
Yeah.
Right? And then the ma. Ma means
From.
as a preposition, it means of or from, but ma. Not ma, but ma. Close. We're trying to get there. Kama means how. Ka means like. We're breaking it down. Ka means like. Ma. I say all the time. The Chinese, they use say ma today to say what? There you go. See? That's why, because they're taking over, man. They're taking over everything. So we know what they say. You know what I mean? That same ma that the Chinese say as what? That's from the Hebrew. Now, kama is how we get kama. Right? Okay, if not, then out. And, someone look it up, right? Kama in Hebrew means how. Como in Spanish just happens to mean how also. Right? No sweat. Okay, good. All right. Mm-hmm. We're right on the board right quick. We're at beginning. Right? And we're at end of word, right? In the beginning is going to be our preposition, so I'm going to put pre. And at the end, it's going to be your possessives. Right? Good. So we started off with ya. Right? Ya in the beginning means, what's it going to be, Patazar?
Yeah, the beginning is his.
Good. Right? Ya in the beginning is he, right? At the end, it means my. So we're making a little chart here. Okay? Ka. At the beginning is you. No, I got it wrong. Ka at the beginning is, ka the end is you. Right? Ka at the beginning is
Yo.
ka. Ka at the beginning of a word. You. No, ka at the end of a word is yours. You, yours, same thing in Hebrew. You, yours, because it belongs to you, it's yours. Right? Same thing. My, mine, I are the same thing in Hebrew. He, his, him are the same thing in Hebrew. Her, hers, same thing in Hebrew. Right? Go ahead.
Like it's like.
Like, there you go. Right? Ka in the beginning of the word is like. When someone says how, what does how mean? How?
I mean, like English, like.
Yeah, break down. When someone says how, we never had to think about that before. The Hebrew lets you know. Ka ma. How means like what? So that's what it means. I didn't make it up. You know, the Lord made that up. he gave us the language. You know what I mean? How means like what? You know what I mean? So give me a scenario where something has to say like what? We can see if we can plug this in. We can't. We're short on the time. Okay, my partner, go ahead.
I'd like to say, like in construction, for example, they would say, yeah, I need you.
Good. Like what are the dimensions? And I could come back and I could rephrase and say, what do you mean like what are the dimensions? How are the dimensions? You know what I mean? Let me see that die. Like what is the color? Like what is that color? You know, how is the color? How is it coming out? Like what is it coming out to be? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So the word how, according to the Hebrew, means like what? Because the Hebrew is the father of all languages. All right? Good. Keep going. We got wow. At the beginning of a word. I'm writing it like this so you can keep in mind that these things at the beginning of the word don't mean the same thing at the end. Right? What at the beginning of a word is?
What is and?
And. Good. Right? What at the end of the word is his. Right? Good. How at the beginning of a word is the. Good. How at the end of a word is.
Yeah.
At the end. It sounds just like what it says here. The New York way of saying, all the girls say it like this. I gave it away. Just look at the pattern. Look at the pattern. Her. Very good. Very good. This is in New York. The sisters in New York say it's her phone. They don't say her. They say it's her phone. Give back to her. Here's another good one. Stop. Let's not do stuff. Right? Get confused with the ending one, right? Because I say it's like in general, then people are like, what? Right? I'll bring it up if it's brought up. Okay? But here's the main ones. Right? Here's the main ones. So you can try to remember this. If I go to, I believe if I go to them and there right now, I believe everyone's gonna remember what I taught here because we kind of doubled it up. I don't want to twist up anybody's, learning, whoever might be in a beginning phase. Just try to retain what's going on here, right? Good. Okay. Okay. What time we got there?
8:37.
8:37. Okay, good. You want to go with colors right quick? Okay. Who remembers the colors? Let's get what color should we start with? Black and white. I don't want to put red, white, and blue together. Put white first. No, let's not put white first. Never that. I mean, we live in the racist times. It's a lot here. Even though the Bible calls him red, he's a red man. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Like if we put purple and white Yeah.
Who goes over black and white? Let's go black. Black, white. You know what we need to do, Aisha? One of these days, you just get one of these troopers to just make a list of everything we cover and put it on a note on the computer, so we can just share the app into the StreamYard. You know what I mean? Save us things, or we probably have it on an email somewhere. The Hebrew
things like numbers and things like that.
Yeah. So that we don't even write it. We can just put it on StreamYard and we just point to it. TV is big enough for it to be zooming in from past that to see. Okay. We're gonna get green. Green, red, blue. Red and blue makes purple. Okay, purple. By the way, the pink is not in the Bible, right? Pink is a red in the Bible. Okay? Black, white. I don't think I've priced that in space on the board. So lock here. We go a little higher on the board here. Black. I've never seen the word gray in the Bible. I've never seen the word gray. Okay. Black, white.
Slack, find the word gray.
Find the word gray. Okay, in Bible.
Gray hairs.
Gray ears. Okay. What does it say in Hebrew? Is it shakawar? Is it say anything like the shakar? Kawar? Let's check it out from real quick, all right? Black, white. It's got yellow in here. Yellow.
Shayaba.
Say it again. Shayaba. Okay. Get some more. Huh?
I was gonna say, but it says gray hair all in one phrase, so I don't know if it's the color gray or like referring to specifically your hair turning.
Okay. So it says so yes. Okay. Shaya. Okay. Shab means to sit. Right. What we say? How do we say sit down again?
Yashab.
Huh?
Yashab.
Yashab. Yeah. Right. Or Yashab yum. Really. Right? Yashab yum. Right. Amad yum and Yashab yum to sit. That shab is initially the word to say dwell. Right? You live over here. Right. Yashab to say I sit down in the Bronx where I sit. When I'm in Manhattan, I'm standing up, walking around. I'm not sitting over here. But when I go home, that's where I sit, where I live, where I dwell. Right? So that's shab. Now I know that. Now an elderly man, he sits. Right? Even the yah in the middle, that yah right there, you share the page? The yah in the middle is to say, oh, stuck it. Yep. There you go, right there. That yah in the middle is to say past tense. You know what I mean? In the sense of this is someone who is seated. The elderly man, he's seated now. This is time to sit down and just get skinny from sitting down all the time. You know what I mean? By the way, Moses was working out to his old age. He never ended up like that. He worked out, and to his old age, he was strong. You know what I mean? That's what the Bible says. You know what I mean? Good. Right? But for the average man, they seated in their old age, all right? Good. Right? And then that hard usually refers to it not being exactly about seating anymore. Right? It's something that serves sitting. The older man, he serves, not to say that he serves sitting, but this is referred to the thing that he does. There's an action that he's serving or is relating to, right? To say that it's related. One thing is from the other thing. The ha is to say that it's from the other thing. This is something that this thing is the boss, and he's under this thing. If you get what I'm saying, it's a relation. All right. So you see a ha on the end, where it's not talking about the tense or the possessive, right? But it's talking about just words in general, like Solomon's name. There's a relation where shalom is peace, right? That's the top order. Underneath that is Shalamah, which is Solomon's name. He serves peace. He's the peaceful one. All right, good, all right. Hopefully that makes the relation make you understand, right? Okay. I say it all the time. Ha is got to do with gender. Initially in the Hebrew. Now you see it with gender because the man outranks the woman. So the oppressor will look at it and say this is to do with gender because in languages around the world to him, in Spanish, right? In some other languages, right? You have masculine and feminine. So he calls it that. But in our language, that ha is to do with rank, master and servant. Okay, good. Okay, we got yellow. We got brown. We got green. Right? We got green. When something's finished, something dying from green is brown. Okay, I'm gonna just put in the ones that I remember. Right? Green, I remember was rye 9. Okay. Brown was kawam because kam is hot. Right? Kam is hot or heat. When you heat something up, it turns brown. Say just run a light under the paper, it will turn brown before it gets on fire, it gets black and gray. Okay? Black in the Hebrew is based on the word shadow. Sha, ka, war. Right? Or rather, shakar, right? If you take out the wa, if you shakar was initially the word to say dusk, or when it gets dark in the evening, all right? Dusk. White is the name of the man that Jacob got his wives from, Laban. White. Okay? Red, we don't know red. We know red from Edom. Wam. So you see what I'm doing? I'm not trying to just remember the name of the colors. Remember the name of the colors, like how you do in elementary school. I remember it by relating it to something. Right? That right now is something to do with a plant too, the green ears. As soon as the green, I thought of a small plant and it was described to me in the concordance. And I remember the word rhinon from that. I can go into it too, I believe. Rhinon is the name for is the word for a little flower or little plant. Little plant. Okay? That kawam is to say heated. That shakawar is to say darkening. Per se, right? It's really from the word dusk. I want to put the word dusk on there. Right? Give me a word for dusk that we would use in our language. We don't say dusk anymore. That's like the old English to say dusk. You know what I mean? Or fancy Manhattan white guys who work in who own museums and stuff like that. They'll say dusk. We won't say dusk. You know what I mean? Laban. Laban was the name of Jacob's uncle. Was it his uncle? Jacob's uncle. Right? Can't remember yellow. Blue, can't remember blue. Purple. Aragaman. Man. Right? Aragaman, they got a word. They still use this word Aragaman today. Right? Google Aragaman right quick. Put Aragaman in Google right quick. Just take out the H here and put Aragaman. That's not it right there. Hold on. That's not it. You type fast, man. Whatever. Hold on. Let me look it up right quick again. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Purple. Aragaman. Okay. There's a movie called Troy. And what's the name? The young boy. He took the wife of was it Aragaman? Was that his name? Well, I remember that guy. And I remember we got taught that purple is rich. And in the movie, this guy was always boasting about how rich he is, how fat he is, and how he gets any wife and slaps them up. You know what I mean? And how he's rich. You know what I mean? His name was Aragaman. Hold on. Name of the rich guy in the movie Troy. Who's the bad guy in Troy? His name is his name is Agamemnon. My bad, right? But that reminded me of him though. I mean, Agamemnon was his name. I don't know what that means, Agamemnon. I mean, now his name's not purple. Now I don't care. You know what I mean? Aragaman. Can't find it, no problem. But it was like a plant that's like the word. I can't remember what it is, man. Okay, good. What colors are we missing? Oh, wait, get that shot.
So like this came up, and they say that this is a fragment of from 1000 BC of the biblical purple dye.
Put that on the board there. You know, share that. That's sharp, man. You being selfish, man. You gotta share this stuff, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. There you go. Good job. Good job of finding that, man. So that's the original purple dye right there.
That's biblical Aragaman purple dye.
The biblical Aragaman purple dye. And by the way, purple was made to be more expensive because you have to mix blue, which was hard to come by. It was expensive, and you had to mix red. Red, you wore red if you had money. So you mix the blue if you had money, and then with the red if you had money, and then you don't put that into two things. That is not one dye. You see what I'm saying? Purple, you know. You had purple if you was balling. You know what I mean? Good. If you see anything there, they want to share a shot, just go ahead, right? Okay. Good.
So this adds up. It's 850, and you.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Okay, right. So when you can just give me the other colors for me, let me see if we can get them up right quick. Let me just put them in my notes because it looks like I might have deleted the colors out of my notes, man. I don't got them in my notes. All right.
Scripture with blue.
Yeah, give me a scripture with blue. Let's see what it says. Say it again. That's it right there. La. Okay, and then we need yellow. We had gray too, right? So let me write gray on the board. Gray was Shayaba. Okay. 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 Of course, we want to get the breakdown of General Mahayaman'S name too. We got yellow. That sounds like it, was it? Tazaha or Tazaba? Tazahab. I remember that too. Taza. H-A-B?
This is in the context of
There we go. There we go. That's why I believe that's where it came from too. I remember that. Other half. There you go. Okay, good. So we got the colors on here. No problem. Okay. So let's get General Mahayaman'S name. All right. Good. We want the, for this you're gonna need the concordance. We're gonna need the Zondervan's, right? When you get a chance. For Pat is all right. We're gonna need a scripture. Also, let me get that. We didn't get 1 Timothy 4:1. We got 1 Timothy 4:1, 4:2, 4:1. This was for the brother Daniel in Connecticut, right? Read it nice and loud there. I tell y'all.
1 Timothy 4:2. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits.
Good. Now that's what happened in the ISUPK, right? In the latter times, in the late times, some shall depart from the faith, referred to nasty Nate, giving heed to seducing spirits. What is that? You're lost. You see what I'm saying? These are spirits that are not from the Most High, but are from Satan to test you to see whether you deserve the kingdom or not. And they test you with these vibes or these, this thing from other people, weed from other people and the lust from other people. And what else?
The doctrines of devils.
Doctrines of devils. Devil is just an old way to say deceiver, right? Doctrine of deceiver, meaning things that suit the mind of man, which goes against the mind of the Most High. It's against what the Lord wants, right? Good. Now I want the other one where it says, try every spirit. Okay. We got how far away is that Zondervan's or that concordance? Oh, you got the Zondervan's on there. I didn't want you to get it from there. I wanted to get it from the book straight. Yeah, no problem. Right? Anybody need to work the concordance?
You want 1 John 4:1?
1 John 4:1. Go ahead.
Beloved, believe not every spirit.
Beloved, and this is what Daniel did. He said he wasn't sure who to join. So his first thing was to not believe nobody. Right? Keep reading.
But try the spirit.
But to try the spirit. That's what Daniel did. That's what he said. Put up a scripture, the comment that he said. Whether they are of God. That's what Daniel did. Because of Daniel. You know what I mean? All right? Good. So now we're going to break down Mahayaman. General Mahayaman. We know that general in Hebrew is Alawa. Okay? Alawa. That word initially meant thousands. That word became the word for chiefs, general, right? The word Allah, the root word of Alawa, right? Allah initially is a cow. It was one of the first things that we multiplied so much, where we saw thousands of them. The word Allah, the word for cow, became the word for thousands. Okay, good. Okay. So now Ma, just like I was breaking out earlier with the syntax and the morphology, we were breaking down prepositions, how the usual elements of our linguistics, how we form things. And anytime we see a Ma on the beginning of a word, that Ma, just like how we broke down mirror earlier, Ma-ra-ah, Ma-yum, right? That Ma is of. Right? Then we're left with Hayaman. Right? Hayaman. Right? And then, hold on. Someone calling me. We're going to get my council today, right? Okay. That's probably one of them, one of them cautious alarms to make sure you don't miss it. You know what I mean? You miss it, you get a fine, and you miss everything that was said, then you're just missing out. Yeah, man, we got the parrot alarm on deck. You know what I mean? General Hyman said Yetazar made a jacket for him, and on that jacket was the word he-man. He-man. Okay? Now what I want to do is I want to get he-man in the Zonovans, not the Zonovans, in the Strongs, right? Now this is an example of how names are made, right? We're gonna go to the section of the Hebrew, right? Abba Gada. We got the same alphabetical order. Everything you learn in the ISUPK to help you easily navigate through anything that you touch or deal with. All right. So we Abba Gada Ha. So we at Ka. We gotta go back. We got Da. We gotta go back. Abba Gada. Here's Da. What do we next after that? We need Ha. Here we go. Here's Ha. All right. Might have to bring this camera down a little bit. Let me see if I can bring this camera down a little bit. All right. Bring this camera down a little bit. All right. Okay. No, I want it to be in a manageable height. Right. Actually, I don't know what it is because he's 7'12". Everything is at a manageable height for him. You know what I mean? But how I'm not gonna focus yet. We see focusing there now, right? But I gotta get the part where it says ha ya, because we at ha ba, right? And then we go to ha ga. Now we need ha ya, right? Okay, abagada hawa za ka. So we gotta keep going. Here's ha. Here's ya. Ha ya. There we go. Now you want ha ya man. Right, here's hawam. Here's hayan. Hayan. Hi, okay, haya. Haya, hayak. Hayak, here we go. Haya mum. Haya man, here we go. Haya mum is the Edomite one. If you can see that right there, that's for the Idumean. Idumean, it was the word to say Greek and Roman in the old days. They call it the Idumean Empire. Right? This was, and that Idum is from Edom. So just like in all things, how we put things together and how everything is related. Esau's name was Edom. Edom became Idumea or Edom, right? Or Edomian Empire. And you look up the Edomian Empire, it was the Greeks and the Romans. That's how we know that the white man is Esau. Regardless of someone say, see, ruddy, he's got red and ruddy and brown. No. The Arabs, they're not Arabs, because the Arabs were not Edom, and Edom were the Idumeans, and the Arabs were not the Idumeans. And the Idumeans, look in any book, anywhere in the world, real or fake, Idumeans is the Greeks and Romans. All right, good. Back to more important people, the Israelites is what the earth is all about, and what God is all about. Hayaman. All right, in the Hebrew, Hayaman. Now, what does it mean? Right, from 539, faithful. Right? So now we need the word for faith. Right? Because this likewise is a compounded word. Right? Faithful. Right? So let's get higher. Right? We got higher. Who knows what higher means in Hebrew? Higher. If you see higher on the beginning of any word, and they took the H off, just like in common, Sabbath service, get down. You know what I mean? Attach it to another word. Higher means, you don't know? Give him a hand. That's it. Right? Higher means be. Now, what is faithful? Right? We got the higher right here. Right? The higher. And then that man comes from something, right? Do we know to say faithful in Hebrew here? Faith. I'll give you a clue. But we don't got a lot of time. It's the word you say at the end of every prayer. The last word that you say at the end of your prayer, what is it? Aman. Give him a hand. Give him a hand. Right? Man. Right? Haya and Aman. Aman means faith. Okay, this is how Hebrew names are made. This is how the word He-Man, who was an Israelite. This is how his name was made. Right? A lot of people they upset with what we do in ISUPK. They don't like it and they can't understand it. No problem. We know more than you. That's why. That's why you don't understand it, right? You want to know something, come to us. Okay? Good. Right? Hayaman is made from blending these words together, compounding these two words together to make a name. Now, Mahayaman, right? You want to just look at the word trustworthy, right? Right? But no, of course, General Mahayaman's name means trustworthy. What is a trustworthy man? How can you tell whether someone is trustworthy? Give me a scripture. I'm gonna put this up. It's one of my favorite scriptures. So I'll put this one on every single page. Right? This is 2 John 1:10. Not that one. Okay, that one's good. Believe not every spirit. Okay, but that one. So someone could that one doesn't narrow into the thing that we're talking about right here. But that's 12 though. 2 John 1:10. Are you gonna get the scripture? I wanted trustworthy bubble shot. Go ahead. You got a scripture? Read that scripture nice and loud.
2 John 1, verse 10.
I saw you. Trustworthy. Oh, you get the word? Okay, trustworthy. You just get it in you get it there, and then it will give you the Hebrew words for it. It's gonna be at a word on top of what we got on the board already. Go ahead, what part is that?
If any man come into you,
if any man come onto you, read.
And bring not this doctrine.
But they don't bring this doctrine. Every Israelite can't got a doctrine. If they don't bring this doctrine, what does doctrine mean? A doctrine determines your faith. What is faith? Faith, first of all, faith without works is dead. Faith is your work, what you do. Right? Now, in UPK, what we do is we have many wives, straight up. Much polygamy, that's what we do. Now, there's someone else, the Alak Nathans of the world. Alak Nathan. Right? They don't believe what we believe. Their works is not the same as our works. They don't do what we do. Their doctrine is not the same as our doctrine. Right. Their doctrine makes them be the way they are, and our doctrine makes the way how we are. Now, when you look up the news for IUIC, good night. These people will cross. What can we say?
Gender fluid.
Gender fluid people. If I say fluid, if I say people, is that right? They get down to gender fluid people. That's how filthy it is. You can't even say it. Because if you say it, YouTube is gonna take you off the internet. Because that's how filthy their get down is. You hear adultery with the woman with the eyes who's close together like this. You hear about their second in command. He's a straight robber, robbed some NFL guy. You know what I mean? All kind of things going on. And the woman is in charge over there. She's a part. They say she's a down low person. I don't know, but there's rumors out there. There's rumors. I don't know. But a lot of these things are rumors. If it's not in the news, then I can't even prove it to be true. But I do know that people see things in there and they say it, but they're not coming forth with it. So we can't even prove to say you're telling the truth or you're not. Now I'm gonna tell you this. Every rumor that you hear about the IUIC is true. Straight up. You see what I'm saying? Because it's coming from them. Because they signed an NDA, so they can't come forward with it. But they're trying to cry out what's going on in there. Just like any kidnapped person will try to cry out. But you can't see them. You can't hear the words from them because they're under this. They're in the basement that they can't get out of for the NDA. Okay, good. Right? So that's the house that they call the IUIC. All right? Read that from the top again.
Verse 10. If any man come unto you and bring not this doctrine.
A man comes unto you, he's going to bring this doctrine. So he's coming and saying, he says, I'm an Israelite, but I'm not in the ISUPK. What does that mean? Good night. He might have raped your daughter. Oh, great. GMS, that's what they was teaching. They was teaching that. 12-year-old on a flower. He said, oh, if we could get I would like, we don't get the time. We're gonna get the video where he says, yeah, man, you gotta, that's what he said. He said, yeah, you gotta take it. It's easy to find. You can find it. Find it. A man who does not bring this doctrine. Read it from the top again.
If any man come, if there come any unto you and bring not this doctrine,
you don't bring this doctrine. Keep reading.
Receive it not.
If you don't bring this doctrine, don't bring him into your house because he's not trustworthy. Coming from some camp, but that's not the ISUPK. Being part of no camp, you don't even know what this guy is into. He don't believe in no camp. So he does whatever he does, where only the Lord sees what he does. You bring him into your house, you roll in the dice. You see what I'm saying? You can't trust him. He's not trustworthy. And this is what Christ put this in the Bible for a reason. You got it? Play it.
Your father's here. Just be for real. You're a father. Now, what if someone is overwhelmed by the spirit of the Most High God, and he reads your scripture and he take your daughter and he just rape your daughter? What do you say to that? If he live like you live, walk like you walk, talk like you talk, y'all live amongst each other.
He said, if you live like you live and walk like you walk, in other words, what doctrine he believes in, what faith he has, he lives like you live. And walk like you walk, meaning the way how you have your faith. Keep playing.
Each other. Yeah. Y'all live amongst each other. So what happens when one of y'all feels so overwhelmed by the Spirit of God that when you see one of each other's daughters, you just grab her up? You're gonna tell one of these brothers here, come on, you know the doctrine. You know how we get when you get.
Pause. We just told you that. Come on, y'all. You know the doctrine now, polite. He's one of them too. Right. You see what I mean? He doesn't come with our doctrine. Polite is not from the ISUPK. So what does that say? You can't trust Polite. Because even though he's talking about them and their daughter, he did the same thing to another man's daughter. Because they're not in the ISUPK and he's not in the ISUPK. So can you trust him? Can you trust them? Now Polite said he's not an Israelite. Okay, good, right? They say they are Israelites. Can you trust them and they say they're Israelites? What kind of Israelites are they? Are you from the ISUPK? No. Read the scripture again.
No, God. If there come any unto you and bring not this doctrine.
If there come any on, well, the video this way. If there come any on to you and these guys don't bring this doctrine in the ISUPK, read.
Receive him not into your house.
Don't bring him into your house. Receive him not into your house. Why? Because in your house is your 12-year-old daughter, man. You see what I'm saying? No problem. Good. You can't trust him. Good. Faith is Aman. Haya is B. You can take that down now. So good work, actually, right? Good work. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Haya is B. Right? Let me see if I can bring this right a little closer. Okay, there we go. Nice, there we go. Right? Aman is the word for faith. Haya is B. Hayaman is a name that meant be faith. Be of the faith. Be faithful. All right? Ma is of, meaning this is someone who was of being faithful. It's described in the, we got the word trustworthy?
In the Hebrew?
Yeah. No, you can't find it? Let me see if I find it right here before we run out of here. Okay. Run me back to the video's one big, right? Good. So let me just go to Mahayaman. All right. Here's Ma. Abagadaha wa. Right. So we gotta go back. Ha. Ha. Here we go. Ha. Oh. Ha. Ma. Ma-da. Ma-ha. Abagadaha wa. Abagadaha wa. Maha, yeah, hold on. Maha. Mahaya. I can't find it either. I've seen it before. But I don't see it here. Maha. Let me look in the hold on. Let me look in this picture in the Donovan right quick. It's been a couple of years since I looked this up, but it's okay, you know what I mean? But the word trustworthy is Mahayaman, that's a fact. Okay. But this is the breakdown of how you get the word Mahayaman. Okay. Just put trustworthy in a Google search there, Bo Shaw. You got it right here? Okay. With KJV. Okay. Okay. Yeah, click on any one of those. Right? So the same thing, come up with the faithful, right? 1 Corinthians 4:2. Okay. Go to that scripture there in the Greek. Put that in the there you go. Okay. Click on. Can you click on the concordance code? Click on the concordance code. Screw it down. Does it give you a relative Hebrew wording? Okay. Don't worry. You can't depend on the oppressor for nothing, man. That's what we have to do with ourselves. You know what I mean? So here it is right here. I wanted the oppressor to say it because, of course, if the oppressor say it, we believe. Right. But no problem. We broke it down already. This is it right here. Give the Most High a hand. Right here. This is it right here. And when the name was given to Jeremiah, it was to say trustworthy. And we got the word of the Most High. Read that scripture one more time. Okay. This was 2 John 1:10. About who you can trust. Right?
2 John.
And Jeremiah was raised under Commander Jehan. That makes him trustworthy. Right. And that means I should be able to trust you because you also raised under Commander Jehan. Right. You see what I'm saying? Read.
2 John chapter 1 verse 10. If any come unto you and bring not this doctrine.
You don't bring this doctrine, so he don't live according to this faith. Keep reading.
Receive him not into your house.
Don't trust him. If a man is not in the ISUPK, he is not trustworthy with counsel. Right. Like how Jeremiah when they're trustworthy with counsel. I've heard some terrible things from the counsel from some other groups, man. You know what I mean? Where they counsel to get themselves some vagina out of your wife. And that's not a joke. You know what I mean? Some people counsel so they can all believe that they can eat pork on Thanksgiving and they call it Yahweh Day. I hope you don't know what I'm talking about because I've seen that and it's sad. And they in there say, yeah, but Hashim Hawashai. Some sad stuff. Corrupting the truth. Which is so deep that what Captain Meshach asked for to get the word for filthy or someone who's corrupt, who tried to corrupt the image of the truth. But that's what he did. That's what Nate did, and that's what them other cats did. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Aisha.
Brother answered earlier, you asked what part of Connecticut he was from. He said he's from New Haven, but in Shelton right now.
Okay, so big up to New Haven, Connecticut, man. Big up to New Haven. And he was
Barney Holiday reports to him.
Okay.
And requested prayers when he said he was under the weather.
Okay, for sure. You know what I mean? Damn right. You know what I mean? So make sure your brothers give some prayers for this brother so he stays strong. You know what I mean? Because the Lord wants Connecticut.
He was requesting prayers for right.
Okay, I got you. But we going for likewise pray for you also, brother, all right? And the praise on the heart, you could have said to the Most High in your mind. You could have said in your own corner. You know what I mean? The hill, brother Daniel. You know what I mean? You go in your own corner. You go in your own place somewhere. You know what I mean? And you just hope that the brother that the Most High bring into the school. Right. keep them strong and alive and well and healthy and strong, because they're the one that's going to carry out the work like how we've been carrying out the work, and even the ones coming up after us. This thing got to live on. All right? Good. And with that, part of the class, the priest and officer, I start you Allah. All right?
132, men of Israel, I imagine. Men of Israel, I imagine Shabbat, I imagine Barak. To the sisters, Yahal Shemal, Thumba Shem Yahal Shah, Yahal Matah, class dismissed.